Hi, welcome. Thanks for watching the Geno Jones Show again. I am, like the sign says, I am Geno Jones. So today, I want to do a different type of monologue in the aftermath of the tragic helicopter crash where Kobe Bryant and his lovely 13-year-old daughter, Gigi, died along with 7 other people. And then following that, we've had so much energy just out in the universe. You had the Gayle King interview with WNBA legend Lisa Leslie, and then after that we've had comments about Gayle's interview, and you had Snoop Dogg who was upset with the interview, and you have many people, and Snoop got embroiled in a controversy, and we're going to talk about that. And then we had a UN ambassador recently, Susan Rice, responding to Snoop Dogg. So let me start off by saying this. Listen, nobody, and I mean nobody, is a bigger Laker fan than me. My youngest daughter has the Kobe jersey to prove it. I did a tribute to Kobe the day the helicopter crashed on this channel. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go back on my channel and watch it. Kobe, man, I'm still in shock, man. It's like I'm like in an alternate universe. Shout out to a good buddy of mine, Dre Russell, who I know is really hurting. Dre Russell, he's a legend out in radio in Los Angeles. He also worked for the Lakers for close to 2 decades. Dre Russell is the one who called me long before CNN or the news media got the story and told me what had happened. So shout out to Dre Russell. I know this is tough. Gayle King. Her first question as a journalist was a fair question, but Gayle should have stopped there. And that's what got a lot of people upset. The 3 follow-up questions to Lisa Leslie and the comments. Okay, she went too far. You could see that Lisa was uncomfortable and she was just trying to get out of the interview or move on to a different subject, saying, listen, it's not complicated, what happened in Colorado, because I know Kobe and he's not that guy. And Lisa knew Kobe very well. They came into professional basketball at the same time. Okay. Second, Snoop Dogg, who I'm a huge fan of. I go all the way back to the Deep Cover movie soundtrack, okay? So I'm truly, back in the day, ride or die with Snoop. But Snoop went too far. When you threaten somebody and say, we'll come get you, and as a man, we cannot threaten women. And especially, and I'm just going to say this because I've said it again. I've said it many times on this channel. The most disrespected, devalued, dehumanized person in America, probably on the planet, is a black woman. Yes, it's black men that people are trying to drag us and take us down. But black women have to deal with racism, and then they have to deal with misogyny and sexism. And unfortunately, too many black women have to deal with sexism and misogyny from other black men. So, but I get it. A lot of people feel Gayle was problematic. They feel that she didn't really go after Harvey Weinstein hard enough for her and Oprah. And yes, that there's a problematic history with Harvey Weinstein. They've known each other and apparently worked together. And I get it. And people say, listen, why didn't Gayle King do an R. Kelly style sit down conversation interview with Harvey Weinstein? Well, first of all, his attorneys would never let him do that. As a matter of fact, Gayle's actually sat down and talked to one of their attorneys. So bottom line is, okay, Gayle went too far with the follow-up questions, okay? Snoop went too far with the threats. And then recently we had Susan Rice responding to Snoop Dogg, saying that Gayle's got an army, and if something happens, it won't turn out. Okay, let me just say this to everybody. We have got to learn to disagree without dragging each other and trying to destroy each other. All right? It's not that hard. Like I said, there's enough blame to go around for everybody. And by the way, I don't want to let CBS off the hook. CBS had their own agenda putting that clip up with the questions about Kobe. If you haven't seen the entire interview, watch the entire interview. All right? CBS knew what it was doing. The producers, news directors, this was not a Gayle King decision alone. I guarantee you. All right? It doesn't work that way. There are a lot of people that go into making a decision in terms of which clips they're going to use as promos to promote a segment on TV, on a digital platform. The bottom line was CBS knew what they were doing. They picked a clip that they knew that would get a lot of clicks and views. And the more clicks and views they get, the more money they can charge advertisers for the digital platforms. Okay, so CBS, they didn't care about being fair. They didn't care about Kobe's family. They just cared about making money. There are many forces in this country and many people who want to see us, especially as people of color, attacking each other as exactly what they want. We're doing their job for them. So let me close by saying this. There are millions of Kobe fans who are hurt. They're angry. They are depressed. They're in a state of shock. Hell, I'm in a state of shock. But let me just close by saying this. None of us, no Kobe fan nowhere on this planet is more hurt, more angry, more depressed, and more in a state of shock than Vanessa Bryant, their 3 surviving daughters, Joe and Pam Bryant, Kobe's mom and dad, and Kobe's 2 sisters. And that group of people that I mentioned, Vanessa and his 3 surviving daughters, and Kobe's mom, his dad, and his 2 sisters. So you got 2 women that got to bury children that they brought into the world. Children are supposed to bury you. Mm-hmm. You got 2 people that lost a son and a grandchild. You got a woman that lost a husband and she got to bury her daughter and her husband. And you got 3 sisters that lost a sister and a daddy. They got to live without their daddy. So y'all think y'all mad? You upset? You don't know their pain. Now you may be able to relate if you've had a similar loss. If you've lost a child, God forbid, or you lost a spouse, then you might understand that. But you may be able to connect with their pain because you've lost somebody personal to you, but it's not her pain. You can't be more upset about their loss than they are, because that wasn't your loss. That was their loss. I don't care how many Kobe jerseys you got, anything. That was their loss. Them girls don't have a daddy. She lost her husband. Pam and Joe lost their child. No parent wants to bury their child. That ain't the way. That's not the natural order of life. Our kids are supposed to bury us. So I encourage everybody, we can disagree without dragging each other and trying to destroy each other. We not gonna all agree. My mother say teeth and tongue fall out. But so we can just disagree without, dragging each other. You got 2 women. You got 1 woman lost her husband and her daughter. You got another woman who carried her son she carried her son in her body for 9 months. She gave him life. She brought his life into this world. The natural order says our children are supposed to bury us. We are not supposed to bury our children. So, as angry as in our feelings and as hurt and depressed and as confused as many of us may still be, just remember, none of us are feeling the sadness, the grief, the loss, the anger, the depression that Vanessa, the 3 daughters, Pam and Joe, and Kobe's sisters are feeling. So when we have these discussions and debates going forward about who was right and who was wrong and who's hurting more, let's think about all the Bryant family. Thanks for watching today. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Geno Jones YouTube channel. Geno with an E, Geno. Until next time, I'll holla.